Welcome, everybody, to day 21, abundance. When I think of abundance, I think about the love that is present in the moment. I don't think about things per se or stuff. But when a moment has love and when I am present, that is when I feel truly abundant. So opening up our hands and hearts and inviting presence, our presence, opening to the possibility of being fully present in this moment, being open to the magic that is available to us in the present moment. Let's bring the hands in front of our hearts. And we'll open with one Om. Take a deep breath in. Softly bowing our head towards the abundant heart. Deep inhale, let's open our eyes and open our hands. Let's inhale and bring the hands up overhead. Deep inhale and a long exhale, hands to the earth. And we're going to take our hands to our knees and do some seated cat and cow. So pull on your knees with your hands as you inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, chin to the chest, rounding the back. Inhale. Exhale, chin to the chest, rounding back. So going at your own rhythm, as fast or as slow, but you want to do this mindfully, enjoying the abundant breath. The prana, the oxygen, more than we need. And with so much appreciation for the breath, the abundance of prana nourishing our body. Finishing with the last exhale, rounding the back, chin to the chest, and stay here for a couple of breaths with the back arched like a cat, pulling on your knees to create more stretch in your back. Wonderful. Inhale, rise up. You're going to take the hands overhead, left hand to the right. Inhale, stretch the right hand up. Exhale, over to the left. And now round forward as you stretch the right hand. And let's come up. And the other side. Pull the left hand up. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, over to the side. Now a gentle rounding forward. And let's come up. Wonderful. So we're going to come onto all fours. Walk the hands over to the left, walking fingertips out, stretching and bowing towards the earth. Pull back on the hips to create more length in the spine. Inhale, rise up. Walk the hands over to the opposite side. Walk fingertips out like spiders, lengthen through the spine with an inhale. Exhale, soften head towards the heart if possible, towards the floor if possible. Stretching in the whole side bodies here. Pull back on the hips to create length. And we'll come up. So let's come onto our knees. You can curl toes under if you like. Interlace hands behind the back. Draw shoulder blades onto the back, lift in the heart. So draw the tailbone down, the buttocks down and in as you lift in the heart here. If you can, straighten the arms out, straighten the arms out the best you can. Bring the hands back to the sacrum. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, straighten the arms out again. And bring the hands back. Now we're going to bow forward, take the top of the head to the floor or the forehead, and then opening up the arms as much as you can towards the sky, opening up a little deeper in the shoulders here. Deep inhale, long exhale. And releasing the shoulders. Push back with the hands. So we're going to come into Balasana, child pose. Draw your toes together. Make your knees wide. As you push back with your hands, lift the chin, pressing palms into the earth, pushing back into your hips to get your hips on the heels. Deep inhale and exhale, forehead to the earth here. Creating a nice length in the spine. Let the hands and the arms become heavy on the earth. The hips are heavy on the heels. Giving yourself the present moment. If you are not merely a being of the material world, you are being of unlimited spirit. You are not merely a being of the material world. You are a being of unlimited spirit. And in spirit, there is no lack. You are not lacking. It's just your circumstances. By Marianne Williamson. Everything is here in the moment. Opening to the possibility of abundance in the heart. Inhale, let's rise up to all fours. We're going to lower down to the belly. So let's walk our hands out wide, out wider than our mat. Spider fingers. Inhale, shoulders up and back. Tops of the feet press into the earth. Inhale, lengthen through the torso here as we draw shoulder blades onto the back. Now draw the tailbone down and in and lengthen more in the spine. Inhale, lengthening up, creating a nice, beautiful upper back bend here. And soften down to the earth. Place hands on the mat and let's come back to a puppy pose. Forehead to the earth, stretching the hips back. And we'll come on to our back. So have your strap ready with you. So let's start with the knees bent and we're going to take the strap to the bottom of right at the base of the mounds of the toes. Press the foot into the strap up towards the sky. So we've been working throughout the body. The last couple of days we've been working on hips and we're always working on shoulders and core strength. And today we're going to specifically work on opening up the backs of our legs. And along with that, there's always, the whole body is connected. So we're always working on the hips, and also we're going to do a little bit of opening up in the fronts of the legs, the quadriceps, which will help to support opening the back of the leg. You always want to, whenever you're working on one specific area, you also want to work on the opposing muscles too. So we're pressing our foot into the strap, drawing the foot towards us gently, opening up the back of the leg here. So let's take the right hand to your right strap. Pivot the toes towards the right, making a pivot here in the right hip joint, and let the leg fall open to the right side. So your left leg, you can let the knee fall over to the left to create a little more opening in the left leg, in the left hip. Pressing foot into the strap and pull the strap gently towards the floor. You want to try to keep the muscles above your right leg engaged, like trying to pull your kneecaps up, and that's going to help to safely, as we use the quadriceps, the opposing muscles, to the hamstrings, it will help to open up the hamstrings. Inhale the leg up. Press the foot into the sky, gently drawing it towards you, hugging muscles above the knee here. And let's release that leg to the ground. Hug the knee into the chest now. Place the foot on the earth with the knee bent. And now we're going to take the opposite foot. Press the foot up into the strap towards the sky. If you like, you could bend the knee here a little bit and then press the foot up as you resist with the strap. Take the strap to the left hand. Gently drawing the leg towards you if possible. You want to keep the muscles in the knees engaged. If it gets to the point where you can't engage them, then you've gone too far. Then you need to soften a little bit until you get to the place where you can engage these quadricep thigh muscles, because that's going to help to open up in the back of the leg. So we're going to pivot in our hip joint here, the foot moving to the left and opening the leg up to the left. You can let your right knee open up a little bit to the side. Gaze over to the right side. We'll take a couple of breaths here. And I'm actively pushing the foot into the strap at the same time holding the strap. It's not a passive opening. We're actively working on strengthening the quadricep, the thigh muscles, as we lengthen the back legs, the back muscles of the leg. Inhale, bring the leg back, gently drawing the leg towards you if possible, but keep the muscles above the knee engaged. And let's release the left leg down. Pull the left knee in. So let's pull both knees in, do a little bit of lower back massage here. You can have knees open or closed. Hug them in. And we're going to do this again. I'm going to move a little deeper this time into the posture. So take the strap again to the ball of right underneath the mounds of the big toe. So this time, if you want to keep the left leg bent, you can, or if you can straighten it, take your left hand on top of your left thigh to encourage it down to the earth, and press the right foot into your right hand as you hold the strap firmly. Hug muscles above your right knee, lifting those kneecaps, gently drawing the foot towards you here for another breath. Now we're going to rotate the toes towards the right and open up to the right. We're doing this side again because these muscles, these big muscles of the body, respond to some repetitive opening movements. So you'll get a lot better, you will get some results by going over the posture a couple of times. Pressing the foot into the strap, strap into the foot. Inhale, let's bring the strap back up. Press foot into the strap and gently draw it towards you, maybe a little more, and engage the muscles above your knee here. Let's breathe nice and deeply. And a very abundant stretch, and release the foot to the earth. Extend that leg. And let's bring the left knee in. And if it's too much on your lower back with the leg extended, then bend the knee. You're going to take the strap to the bottom, right underneath the mounds of the toe here. Press foot into the strap. Firmly hold the strap. Hug muscles above the knee. Gently drawing the leg towards you, as long as you can keep this muscle quadricep engaged. Right hand, you can press on top of your right thigh to engage that to stay down, to encourage it to stay down. Inhale, drawing the leg a little closer to you possibly. Now I'm going to rotate the toes over towards the left, pivoting deep inside your left hip socket and opening up the leg towards the floor. Pressing foot into the strap at the same time, holding firmly. Gazing over your opposite shoulder. We'll stay here for a couple more breaths. Staying active as you press foot into the strap and strap into the foot. Deep inhale, long exhale. Inhale, leg back up. Drawing it a little closer towards you. Release that leg. And let's let everything melt into the mat for a while. And close your eyes. Enjoy the abundance of warmth in your legs. Okay, let's bend our knees. We're going to come into a bridge posture. Press elbows into the earth and inhale, lift in the chest. Next breath, press feet into the earth and lift the hips. Keep the knees inner hip width apart here. Press elbows into the earth and lift the chest a little more. Press back of the head into the earth here. Inhale, expand into chest. Now remember to tuck the tailbone to protect the lower back here. And if you have any pain here, soften in your hips. And let's release. Clasp hands behind the knees and draw them into the chest. You can rock back and forth a little bit. And we'll rock up. Let's come onto all fours. Pull the knees back a little behind the hips. Claw the earth. Inhale, draw shoulders up by the ears. And then melt the space in between the shoulders blades. Melting the space behind the heart. And then we'll lift the hips, come up high on the toes. Bend the knees. Press hands into the earth here. As you stretch through the spine, head comes in between the arms. Lowering heels towards the earth. Tops of the thighs moving back. You don't have to have straight legs. You can have knees bent. You want to create more length in the spine. Take a couple of breaths here. If you need to be in a puppy pose, then you can do this in a puppy pose. Or all fours. Let's walk the hands to the top of the mat. So look down at your feet, lift the toes, spread the toes, bend the knees. Inhale, hands to the hips, shoulders up and back and rise up. We're going to take our block. So let's actually going to bring it in between the thighs here. So we're going to use it to hug to the midline. We've been working with a block lately. If you don't have a block, you can also use a thick book. And if you don't have either of those, I'm going to show you another option. You can take your hands and place them inside of the thighs here and bend the knees. So if you have the block, I want you to follow me with the block. Bend the knees. If you don't have a block, I want you to take your hands inside the thighs, crisscross them, and then bow forward like you're in a skier's lunge. Now resist thighs pressing into the hands. Thighs press into the hands, hands press into the thighs, bowing forward like in a chair posture here, or like you're in a downhill skier here. Swedes know this one. Stick the hips way out. And now we're going to begin to bow forward. Hands are still in between the thighs, or you have the block. You can have the knees bent, or maybe the legs straightened. Keep the resistance of the thighs and the hands, or the block and the thighs. And we're going to take if you have the hands to the thighs, inhale, rise up. And everybody, we're going to take the block to the side. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, let's make our feet wide. So when we use that block, it really helps us to engage with the muscles to be able to release in the lower back. So let's bend the knees here, hands to the hips. So your feet are about the width of your hands. And your toes can come in maybe a little pigeon-toed if possible. So then your heels kind of push out and the toes come in a little. Hands to the hips, inhale. Let's bow forward with the knees bent. If you have a block, you can bring your hands to your block in front of you or take them to the earth. Inhale, lengthen through your spine here. Exhale, bowing forward, bringing hands to the earth, pressing your heels into the mat, pushing them away. If you're able to straighten the legs here, then straighten the legs. And again, you can have your hands on a block if you need. Maybe your forehead comes to a block as you bow forward, or maybe you can bring the top of your head to the floor. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine again. You're going to take the left hand and press it on the earth, or if you need to place it on a block, you can do that. And we're going to twist and open to the right side. Now keep the heels pressing into the earth as if you're trying to tear your mat in two. And let's take the right hand to the earth, press heels into the earth, and lengthen up, twist to the other side. Bow forward again. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Bring your right leg back. You can come to a plank or come to your knees. Lower down onto the belly. Inhale, come for a cobra. Shoulders up and back. Elbows to the side body. Top of the feet pressing to the earth. Come to all fours. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right foot forward in between your hands. So you're going to take your block and place it on the outside of your right foot. And then we'll come up to posture, hands to the hips. And we're going to come to Trikonasana. So when we come to Trikonasana, you can either bring your hand to your shin, your ankle, or you can have it a block. You might have it on a higher level. So you'll see what's best for you. Trikonasana is a deep hamstring opener. So your front foot, I want you to lift the toes and press the toes into the earth as if you're pressing on the gas pedal. Engage in the muscles above your knee. That's going to help protect the hamstrings. Open up the arms. Inhale, expand. Exhale, reaching out either for your ankle, shin, or your block. Take your top hand to your hip. You're going to bow forward a little bit here. Now really engage, pressing the front foot into the earth, back foot into the earth. Hug muscles above your knees. Now inhale, draw the tailbone down as you take the top shoulder up and back, opening up in the heart, and extend the top arm up for a full, abundant expression of Trikonasana. Gazing upwards or forward. Look down at the floor, press feet into the earth and rise up. So we're going to do the other side. You can take your block with you, place it on the other side of your foot if you need. Open up the arms. So you're going to look your left foot, lift the toes, press the toes into the earth, press the foot like you're pressing into that gas pedal. Feel the muscles above your left leg engage. Inhale, open up in the heart through the fingertips. Exhale, reach out and grab either your shin or your block and extend. We're going to take the top arm to our top hip at first and going to bow forward. Stick the hips out As you do this, you see that you even stretch more in the front leg here. And now we're going to drop the tailbone, scoot the tailbone in and under. Lift the top shoulder up and back and open up in the heart. And then expand the top arm out, shining abundantly from every part of you. Gaze down at the floor, push feet into the earth, and rise up. Beautiful, abundant postures, everyone. So let's bring our feet together, hands in front of the heart, meet here in Anjali Mudra. Deep inhale, long exhale, connecting to our abundant breath that nourishes us, being present. And we're going to move into another standing posture. Let's open up our legs. And we're going to come into Ardha Chandrasana. We've been working on our balancing postures, which bring abundant focus. So we're going to open up the right foot, take your right block and put it outside of your right foot. Front foot intersects the back leg. Open up in the heart. And we're going to bend our front knee. Take your hand to the block here. So your sit bones, you'll see, are usually moving out behind you. Now let's bring that front sit bone in and under. So you're going to try to bring that sit bone in alignment with your front knee, top shoulder up and back. Beautiful. So bring the back foot in. Right hand comes forward with your block. You can be up against the wall if you like. Top leg comes up, flex the toes. Gazing down at the floor. If you have your balance, bring the top arm up. And from the heart, shine out. Connecting one pointedly to maintain your stability. Top hand to the top hip. Come out as gracefully as possible. Back to a Trikonasana we were in before. And rise up. Beautiful. So take your block, take it to the other side. Open up the arms, open up the heart. Press feet into the earth. Bend the front knee and take your top hand to your top hip, the bottom hand to your block. So notice your hips, your sit bones are popping out. So draw this left sit bone in, bring it in alignment with your hips. That helps to create more stability in the pelvic area, lengthen through your spine. Bring the right foot in, take the block with you as you come forward, and then lift the back leg for Ardha Chandrasana. Gazing down at the floor for your balance, top foot flex, active. Open up the heart and expand the top arm. Once you have your balance, connect to your stillness. Connect to the abundant awareness that is available for you right now. Come back into Trikonasana. And press the feet into the earth and rise up. And let's come to the middle of our mat. Meeting in Anjali Mudra. Connecting to our breath. Beautiful. So let's come onto our back. Come on to the back. Bring your hands overhead. And let's bring our feet as wide as our mats. And we're going to let the knees fall over to one side. And then fall over to the other side. Bring the knees back. We're going to take the right leg over the left for eagle legs or Garudasana. So right leg over the left. If you can hook the toes behind the left leg, then do that. Lift the right hips to the side. And let the knees fall over to the left. Press elbows into the earth to get both shoulders on the earth. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. You can close your eyes. Letting the knees fall heavy over to the left for a wonderful deep hip and lower back stretch here. So let's come back. Unwind the legs, bring the hips back to center. So you're going to take the left leg, cross it over the right, hook the left toes around the right leg. So let's lift the hips, bump them over to the left as you let the knees fall over to the right. Press elbows into the earth. Try to get both shoulders on the mat, and then we're going to gaze over to the right. Or whatever's comfortable for your head, whatever's the most comfortable. And stay here for a couple of breaths. Deep inhale, long exhale, softening in the hips as the knees are more heavy to the earth. Abundant stretch for the spine. It's also great for the colon, for the organs. Inhale, let's come back to center. So let's bring the knees in. Rock back and forth a little bit in a way that feels good for you. Let's come to a happy baby pose. Softening tailbone towards the earth, softening in the belly. Releasing the legs to the earth. Shoulders, arms, hands fall to the earth. Allow the earth to support you in her abundance as you fully let yourself be present and let go. We'll stay here for another minute. Taking a deep breath in, bending our knees, and rolling over to one side, making our way up to a seated posture. Then we'll meet for just a couple of minutes for meditation. And place something under your sit bones to relieve the knees. So once you're seated, feel heavy in the hips, rooted on the earth, lengthening through the spine, shoulders softening down the back, connecting to the breath as it draws you deeper inside, deeper inside to the abundant stillness within you. To the abundant love in your heart. And to the abundant gratitude in the moment. Next, inhale. Take a deep breath in. Opening the hands, acknowledging the abundance in our lives, the abundance of this very moment, the gratitude for our well-being in this very moment. Being here and now, hands in front of our hearts. And let's close with one Om. Take a deep inhale. From abundant gratitude from my heart to yours, namaste.